All right, let's talk about the modern productivity stack. In a world that's just flooded with tools, the idea of picking just one perfect app, well, that's kind of a thing in the past. We're going to uncover why building your ideal system is about way more than just a simple feature list.
So here's what we've got on tap. First, we'll get into a tale of two apps. Then, we'll peek into the future with the rise of AI agents. After that, we're going to question the whole all-in-one idea and look at some super specialized tools. From there, we'll get into the core principles with the 5 pillars of note-taking, and we'll wrap it all up by digging into the philosophy of price to figure out what you're really paying for with these apps.
Okay, first up, a tale of two apps. And this is a conflict I think a lot of us are feeling right now, right? You've got the established titan, Notion, versus a newer, really security-focused challenger like Anytype. At its heart, this is a battle between being connected to everything and having absolute control over your stuff.
All right, if you look at this table, it lays out the differences pretty starkly. You can see right away Notion is all about collaboration. Over 8,000 integrations, that's huge for teams. Anytype, on the other hand, is laser-focused on the individual and, well, has 0 integrations right now. But honestly, for a lot of people, the real deal breaker is that last row. Anytype is built from the ground up to work completely offline. Notion, it needs that internet connection. So you see, this isn't just a list of features. It's a map of 2 totally different ways of thinking. So here's what it all boils down to. It's really about what you value most. Ask yourself, are you an individual who demands total privacy, local data storage, and the freedom to work from anywhere, even without Wi-Fi? Then yeah, Anytype was practically made for you. But if you're someone who thrives in a team setting and you need that one central integrated place for all your projects and knowledge, well, that's Notion's kingdom, for sure. And if we zoom in on Notion, man, it really does live up to that all-in-one hype. We're talking about a single platform that handles your project management, your team wikis, your calendar, all of it. It's got a pretty powerful AI assistant baked right in, and get this, 20,000 templates and thousands of app integrations. It's basically designed to be the central nervous system for your entire team's workflow.
Then you flip the coin and you've got Anytype, and it is built on a completely different foundation. Its core features aren't about plugging into everything else. They're about protecting your data. It's offline first. That means all your info is stored right there on your device, it's encrypted, and you, and only you, hold the key. It's less of a bustling team workspace and more like a secure personal knowledge fortress. And it has some cool, unique ways of working, like its object-based notes and mind map views. Okay, but here's the thing. This whole app versus app debate, it's already getting shaken up by something brand new. We're walking into the era of the AI agent. Think of it as your newest teammate. And look, a lot of apps are just tacking on AI features, right? But what we're seeing now is a whole new category of AI native tools that are about to completely change the game. This quote from Kari, the CEO of Linear, just nails it. He says, as execution accelerates, the bottleneck shifts toward judgment, deciding exactly what to build. And that really captures this new reality, doesn't it? As AI gets faster and faster at the doing, the real holdup, well, it's us. It's our human judgment. The most important work isn't just executing tasks anymore. It's making those tough strategic calls about what to even work on in the first place. So what exactly is an AI agent then? Let's take the Linear agent as a perfect example. This is not just some chatbot you ask questions to. No. This is an assistant that is woven directly into your workflow. It actually understands your product roadmap. It knows about your open tickets. It can even look at your code. Its whole job is to pull all that context together to help you make better decisions, and sometimes to just take action for you. Let me give you a real-world example of how this works. Picture this. Your team is talking about a bug in a Slack channel. Normally, someone has to stop, switch over to another app, and manually create a ticket, right? Painful. But with this, you just type @linear, make an issue from this. That's it. The agent reads the conversation, gets the context, creates the issue in your project tool, and then pops back into Slack to say, hey, all done. It's just seamless. And that's the whole point, really. The big goal of these AI agents is to just wipe out all that administrative busy work, the manual data entry, all the tedious doing. It's about freeing up our brainpower for the really hard work of deciding. It's about leveling up our role from just being a task doer to being a strategist. This whole shift actually leads us perfectly into our next big idea. For years, the holy grail of productivity, the thing everyone was chasing, was the all-in-one app. But what if that's not the ultimate answer? Let's talk about the quiet comeback of tools that are hyper-specialized and incredibly focused. And it comes down to a really simple question, one that kind of forces you to stop and think. Is a bigger feature list always better? We have this habit of thinking that more features equals more value. But is that really true? I mean, is a tool that does 20 things okay really better than a tool that does one single thing perfectly?
I mean, take a look at HabitKit. This is a perfect example. It doesn't try to manage your projects, it won't organize your team, it does one thing and it does it beautifully. It helps you build or break habits. All of its features, the simple interface, the visual charts, are laser focused on that one goal. And what's really interesting is that, just like Anytype, it's also built to be privacy first.
And this promise from HabitKit, all your data belongs to you and stays on your phone. No sign-in, no servers, no cloud. That right there gets to the very heart of this specialist philosophy. It is a direct challenge to the giant cloud-based platforms we all use. The focus is just on doing one job incredibly well, while giving you, the user, total ownership and control over your own data. And honestly, that is becoming a really powerful and attractive idea for more and more people.
So we've looked at the all-in-ones, the specialists, the new AI agents, but now it's time to zoom out even further. Because what if the most important part of your productivity stack isn't a piece of software at all? What if it's your methodology? Let's talk about why principles often matter more than products.
Because when you really get down to it, being effective, managing your knowledge, it's not just about the tool you pick. It's about how you use it. Your system, your daily habits, the principles you follow, that's the real foundation of being productive. The folks behind the app Reflect came up with this brilliant framework of 5 pillars. And the great thing is, it works for any tool. Number 1, it's got to be frictionless. You need to be able to capture thoughts in a split second. 2, append only. The idea is to add new info, not constantly edit and replace the old. 3, backlink your ideas. This is huge. It's how you connect the dots. 4, associate everything with time. Use dates as memory hooks. They're incredibly powerful. And number 5, maybe the most important of all, include the why. Write down the emotions, the context behind the note. And the beauty is, these principles work whether you're using Notion, Anytype, or just a good old-fashioned paper notebook. All right, for the final piece of this whole puzzle, let's talk about something we usually just glance over, the price tag. Because believe it or not, the way a company prices its product can tell you a ton about its values, its business model, and even what kind of relationship it wants to have with you. So look at this number, $20 a month. That's what the daily planning tool Sunsama costs. Now, let's be honest. In a world full of free apps and $5 deals, a number like that, it probably makes you stop and think for a second. Which, of course, leads to the big question. What on earth are you really paying for? Is it just a fancy calendar, or is there something more going on behind that price? Well, what's fascinating is that Sunsama actually put out this whole manifesto explaining their price, and it's a total masterclass in being transparent. They basically argue that you're not just paying for a tool, you're paying for a philosophy. They don't do free forever plans because they say it messes up incentives. They base the price on value. It works out to about $1 a workday. They're trying to build a business that lasts, not one that's just looking for a quick sale to some tech giant. They don't even do those little psychological tricks like pricing at $19.99. Their model is super honest. Try it. If you fall in love with it, then you pay for the value it's giving you. And that brings us all the way back around. We've gone on this journey from a simple app face-off to the rise of AI agents, from specialized tools back to the core principles that drive everything. So as you go back to thinking about your own workflow, your own stack, I just want to leave you with this one question. What truly defines your productivity? Is it the tools you choose, or is it the principles that guide how you use them?